I've made a number of videos over the past few weeks dogging real hard on big law and big universities like Columbia who have immediately capitulated to Trump, who've just like flopped over and shown him their whole big soft belly. But worse than that, they have sold out their students and their clients and democracy, all for money. Columbia, why did you not reach out to other universities and say, will you come stand with me? Let's be a unified front. Let's all hold the line together. No, instead you said, we don't want to lose millions of dollars of funding, despite the fact that we're sitting on an $18 billion endowment. We don't want to dip into our endowment, and we don't want to lose, millions of dollars. So we'll just buckle. We'll just capitulate. We'll go down in history as appeasers, collaborators with fascism. Same thing. Paul Weiss and a couple of other big law firms immediately just flipped over, offering up hundreds of millions of dollars of free legal service to the Trump regime. And now they're whining about the fact that their clients and their lawyers are all jumping ship for law firms who did not capitulate. Again, I was like, why? Why did you all not reach out and try and form a coalition? Because this regime wants to target us and institutions one at a time and pick us off, right? When we're isolated, we're vulnerable. When we stand together, we have the power. There is strength in numbers. It just has not made any sense to me why these folks so quickly bent the knee instead of being like, oh, I gotta gather my buddies and together we can stand up, we can resist as a unit. And there won't be anything that Trump can do about it, right? It's the same principle of why we need the regular American people, we need voters, we need everybody to come together, because as individuals, we're very, very vulnerable to the cruel, horrific things this regime wants to do. But when we stand together, we are tremendously powerful. There are 340 million of us, and there's just a handful of those fascists running this country. I'm going to keep quoting it. I'm not going to stop quoting it. The power of the people is greater than the people in power. So, of course, because I've been ranting about this for several days, I got tagged a bunch in this video by Rachel Maddow.
Last night, the Faculty Senate at Michigan State voted that their school should join the other schools in the Big Ten in a totally non-sports related agreement. The faculty at Michigan State voted last night that their school should join with all the other schools in the Big Ten in what they're calling a mutual defense compact, a mutual academic defense compact.
There we go.
And what that means is kind of what it says. When Trump inevitably comes after one of the schools in the Big Ten, be it Michigan State or Rutgers or Ohio State or UCLA or USC or University of Washington or any of the other schools in that conference, the idea is that all the other schools would agree to help that school defend itself and fight back, which would mean lawyers and experts and advocacy and lobbying and public relations. They would all do it together. They would treat Trump attacking any one of those schools as an attack on all of those schools. Any school that wants to survive what Trump and Vance are doing here, what their agenda is here for American universities and colleges, any school that wants to survive what's coming their way better find a way to not have to fight alone. And so, yes, now we are seeing all kinds of colleges all across the country move toward mutual defense pacts with other schools. Basically, little NATO treaties for all the colleges. An attack on one is an attack on all.
This is the way to do it. I am so pleased to see this. We saw more than 80 schools sign on to an amicus brief in support of Harvard after they stood up to the Trump regime. And now we're seeing true alliances that are going to share support, that are going to share attorneys, they're going to stand up for each other. This is exactly what we need. And I think that what we're seeing the universities and colleges begin to do is what we all need to do all the way across America. Broad coalitions where we agree on one key point. We will resist together. We will hold the line together. An attack on one is an attack on all. I am so pleased to see this. This is the kind of organized resistance that is going to get us where we need to go. This is something that Columbia should have done from the beginning. This is something that Paul Weiss should have done from the beginning. This is something that corporate media should have done from the beginning. We should have viewed an attack on the Associated Press as an attack on all media, because that's what it is. It's an attack on the First Amendment. We're starting to understand the assignment now. We're starting to understand the path to victory. this kind of organizing, this kind of coalition building, this is what it's going to take. We have the power when we stand together and we hold the line.